Good evening. Here is the world news from BGI TV, Baba Bagede Imo Television. I am yours faithfully, Moriwe Rebila Lawa. The headlines have the major stories to be talked about before the news in detail. Buhari orders minister with political ambitions to resign. Omakri hails Buhari's new directive, tells him to order Emefiele's resignation. Al Jonathan gave Jigawa Governor Badalu over 200 million naira sent in to buy APC presidential nomination form. No going back on decision as president. Tension as gunmen abduct army commanding officer, killed policemen, 6 soldiers in Taraba. Why I stabbed my ex-lover over 500 naira, mother of twins. I started having sex with my mother when I was 14-year-old Legon student who cannot stop the act for over 7 years, declares. And to foreign story, Putin preparing for a long war in Ukraine, US warns. And finally, sport, Eagles callers, Peterbone part ways after 5 years. The news in detail. The President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, has ordered all members of his cabinet and appointees vying for electoral offices to resign on or before May 16, 2022. The order came at Wednesday's Federal Executive Council meeting presided over by the President at the Council chambers of the State House, Abuja. Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, disclosed these to State House correspondents shortly after the meeting. Cabinet members affected include Ministers of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, Niger Delta, Godswill Akpabio, Labor and Employment, Chris Ngige, Science, Technology and Innovation, Ogbonnaya On, Minister of State for Education, Emeka Nwajuba, Justice Minister and Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami. Others include the Minister of State, Mines and Steel, Uche Oga, who is running for the governorship position in Abia State, Minister of Women Affairs, Pauline Talon, who declared ambition to contest a senatorial seat in Plateau State. Ex-media aide to former President Goodluck Jonathan has commended President Muhammadu Buhari for directing all ministers vying for elective office in 2023 to resign. Buhari had on Wednesday ordered the likes of Rotimi Amechi, Ogbonnaya Onu, Emeka Nwajuba, Chris Ngige, Abubakar Malami, and Timothy Silva, who have declared their presidential ambition to resign before Monday, 16th of May. The directive was issued to cabinet members during the meeting of the Federal Executive Council (FEC) on Wednesday. Reacting, Omakri urged Buhari to also order Central Bank of Nigeria CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele to resign. He wrote, General Buhari's order to his ministers who want to contest for the presidency to resign with immediate effect is commendable yet incomplete. For it to have potency, it must be expanded to include Emefiele, the CBN Governor, whose conflict of interest is alarming. There have been reports that a coalition of northern socio-cultural groups, basically of Fulani extraction, purchased 100 million naira nomination and expression of interest forms of the ruling party, the All Progressive Congress (APC), for former President Goodluck Jonathan to contest for the president in 2023. Following the report, Jonathan rejected the presidential form of the ruling APC purchased for him on Monday, purportedly by a group of supporters from the northern region. Speaking through his media advisor, Ikechukwu Eze, the former president said it was an insult for the group to have bought him the funds without his permission. However, sources told Sahara reporters on Tuesday that claims by the former president that he did not authorize the purchase of the multi-million naira funds are far from truth. Contrary to his denial, former President Goodluck Jonathan gave over 200 million naira to the governor of Jigawa, Mohammed Badaru, to purchase the APC nomination and expression of interest forms for him. A source privy to the arrangement told Sahara reporters tentatively. Interestingly, the Jigawa governor Badaru last week joined other interested presidential aspirants to vie for the ticket of the APC by buying the 100 million naira nomination and expression form of interest. I will join the presidential race since everyone knows I'm a highly qualified person to do the job, Badaru was quoted as saying during an APC stakeholders meeting held at the government house in Dutse last Tuesday. If you're just joining, you are watching the world news from BGI TV. More to come. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has said there is no going back on its decision to continue with its ongoing strike following federal government's failure to honor the 2009 agreement. ASU President Professor Emmanuel Osedeke said this in an interview with the news agency of Nigeria, NAN, on Wednesday in Abuja. Osedeke said the union took the difficult decision after exhausting all avenues available to amicably settle the matter with the federal government. Let me give you an example because this is where we are getting it wrong. When airlines operators said they were going to stop the flight, the Senate and House of Representatives quickly stepped in. If the government is willing to resolve the issues affecting the Nigerians, then there would be no need to go on strike. Dreams of Governor Darius Dixon Ishaku of Taraba State curbing bandit activities have been frustrated as the commanding officer of the 92 Battalion of the Nigerian Army was allegedly kidnapped by unknown gunmen. 6 soldiers and 1 mobile police personnel were also confirmed to have been killed in the incident that occurred on Tuesday at Takum local government area of the state. Confirming the incident to state correspondent via telephone, the State Police Public Relations Officer PPRO Abdullahi Uthman said the commanding officer was missing in a joint operation that was carried out by the joint forces. Apart from the missing commandant, 6 soldiers and 1 mobile police personnel, as made known by him, were killed by the terrorists. Also confirming the report, the council chairman, Tikari Shiban, said we are on top of the situation, adding that soldiers are in the bush searching everywhere for the commander. Though he could not give the exact numbers of casualties figures, he admitted that some soldiers and policemen were also killed in the attack. Still on the world news, a 39-year-old mother of twins, Sheung Shola, has expressed why he killed her ex-boyfriend, Lomi Alara Akibinu, in Ondo Town, Ondo State, during a fight over 500 naira. Sheung, a food seller, has however been arrested and charged to court for unlawfully wounding Alara with a knife. The suspect reportedly stabbed him in the stomach when a fight ensued between them at Iyalaje Market area in Ondo. A police source told Vanguard in Akure, the state capital, that the suspect, who is a single mother, and the victim used to be lovers before they parted ways. The victim, according to an eyewitness account, went visiting the suspect and reportedly met a new lover and became infuriated. He reportedly insisted that the new boyfriend should leave while he passed the night with the suspect, but the suspect declined and the fight ensued between them. Still similar story, a student at the University of Ghana who wants to remain anonymous has confessed to sleeping with his mother. According to him, he has been having sexual act with his mother since he was 14. He says because of this act, his mother didn't allow him to go to a boarding school while in senior high school. The young man says he literally has sex with his mother every day and that a point affected his academics because he does not sleep at night but works so hard at satisfying the mom in bed. At the point when his academics was affected, his mother, instead of ending the relationship, rather got him an extra class teacher at home. The young man says he has tried to date, but anytime he tries, he can't, as if he wants his mother more and more. This young man says his father died a year after he was born, and the mother says she cannot love any man having that. It reminds her of his lost dad. From that story, we go straight to the foreign story. The United States warned on Tuesday that Russian President Vladimir Putin was ready for a long war in Ukraine and would not stop at the eastern Donbas region, where fighting is currently raging. Washington's bleak prediction came as Ukraine said its membership of the European Union was a question of war and peace for the whole continent as it faces up to Moscow. As it battled Russian attempt to advance in the east, Kiev held what it said was EU powerhouse Germany's change of stance on the Russian oil embargo and on supplying arms to Ukraine. Violence still raged in southern Ukraine with overnight missile strikes in the port of Odessa, while officials said some 1,000 troops were trapped in the Azovstal steelworks in the devastated city of Mariupol. And finally, sports story. There is a news rumor going around. Jamil Collins' time with German second Bundesliga side SP Paderborn has ended after the club confirmed the player was among several others who will leave at the end of the season. Collins' contract with Paderborn ends June 30th, but the club won't extend the defender's contract, which means it will be free to open talks with other clubs and move elsewhere when either summer transfer window opens. The left-back has made 20 appearances for his German outfit this season, scoring 1 goal with 3 assists. However, Paderborn took to social media to announce that the Super Eagles defender was among the players leaving the club. The season is coming to an end, which always means saying goodbye. Thank you for your effort, the club wrote on Twitter handle. Since joining the club in 2017, the Kaduna-born left-back made a total of 137 appearances across all competitions, scoring twice and registering 9 assists. Before we go on the world news, the major headlines once again. Buhari orders minister with political ambitions to resign. We also brought to you, reported by Sahara reporters, how Jonathan gave Jigawa Governor Badaru over 200 million naira sent him to buy APC presidential nomination form. And on ASU strike, no going back on decision, ASU president. And to the foreign story, Putin preparing for a long war in Ukraine, US warns. And sport, Eagles Collins, Paderborn part ways after 5 years. For more updates on our YouTube channel, the handle is Babak Bagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell, select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page for you to enjoy the updates as well. On Instagram, the handle is Bagede Imo _22. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and functions, both outdoor. The phone number streaming on your screen is a direct line to call strictly for advert placement. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Rebila Lawa. Good evening.
Oh, na, na, na. If you want to know what's going on in city, or you want to listen to the latest news and gist, no stress, oh, just tune to BGI TV. BGI TV.